Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to look at ideas to reality. Baishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 11th year of the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Prezen no Tachiden. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muri ni suru no wa yamimashou. And my just-released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery, and all are available on Amazon. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tachijin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcaster Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we're going, today's handy Japanese phrase is don don tabete, don don tabete. Keep eating, eat as much as you like, keep going with it. Don don tabete. Yeah, please eat more. Don don tabete. Keep going, yeah, if you enjoy, please eat some more. Don don tabete, don don tabete, don don tabete. Now this is episode number 562. And today we're talking about moving ideas into reality in Japan. Ideas are free and sometimes frivolous. We can brainstorm anything we like and we will come up with a bunch of ideas. Often that is where things grind to a shuddering halt. I've been in those rooms where we covered all the walls with ideas great and mighty. What happened thereafter? Nothing. In Australia in the 1990s, the government tightened up their regulations on company expenditures and particularly looked more carefully at offsite session expenditures. In many cases, these were boozy getaway weekends for the directors, and they could put the tab on the government's bill by claiming it as a tax expense. One year, the directors decided to have an actual offsite with intention. They gathered a group of people christened Game Changers and called in a consulting company to run the weekend. It was a phenomenal experience. We came back from that offsite ready to conquer the world. Some seriously good and extremely practical ideas emerged. They were all duly put into a canvas bag by the directors and taken down to the river, and with rocks attached, plunged into the dark depths, never to be seen again. I still don't know why they never used our ideas, but the feeling of deflation and subsequent decline in motivation on the part of we supposed game changers was pronounced. Here is what should have happened with our genius ideas. Number one, the outcome should have been more clearly defined and tied into the strategic plan for the company. Two, the current situation analysis needed more effort to better highlight the gap between where we were and where we wanted to be. Three, concrete goals needed to be set based on the ideas generated. Number four, next steps needed to be carefully articulated. These must be defined in clear terms and should have been very specific. Find out more. We come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs. We do them in Japanese and we do them in English, do them in our super safe classroom. We do them live online. The show today is being brought to you by, on the 11th of July, our Dale Carnegie course, 3-day version. On the 24th of August, we'll be doing our Dale Carnegie course, 12-week version. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. So that's www.dale-carnegie, CARNEGIE.co.jp. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. So that's greg.story, STORY, at dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs right up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television. Don't forget to grab my business best-selling books on Japan on Amazon, Japan Sales Mastery, which is Saegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Presen no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muda ni suru wa yamemashou. And my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery. And all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. Number 5. Time frames must be attached to the goals, because goals without a time limit are just a dream. There will be various goals, and these will include both short-term and long-term outcomes. There needs to be a roadmap created in order to realize them. Number 6. Ideas always attract money. Maybe this is why our ideas got killed off. The directors all shared in the proceeds of the business, so perhaps they prefer to allocate the dough amongst themselves rather than invest it in our thoughts and suggestions. Money isn't the only resource required. There is time and staffing required to back up the application of the ideas, and if they are in short supply, nothing goes forward. Number 7. Obstacle anticipation often gets neglected in idea generation because we're at the front end. When we get to the execution stage, though, this is when the problems emerge. Rather than just dealing with these as they arise, it is good practice to try and scope them out at the start. There will always be some means for overcoming problems. We can find ways to compensate for time, money, and staff issues if they are insufficient to sustain the task execution. Number 8. Measuring results is boring. It is much more fun to brainstorm and then rush around like bees in a bottle executing. Was it all worth it? The only way to know that is to have milestones and measurables against which we can track the amount of progress we have made or not made. Getting the ideas into reality is never easy because so many actors have to get involved and requires substantial cross-platform cooperation. The NIHS, or Not Invented Here syndrome, is a pain. Our colleagues, who are not selected to be game changers or to get involved in the execution piece, are uninterested observers. They have to work on our idea, but they resist being dragged into the work and are happier to lambast what is going on from the cheap seats. Idea generation and idea application must come as a set. It is better not to start at all if the ideas cannot be applied. From my experience, I know how devastating it is to waste your valuable time and effort to see your hard-earned ideas squandered and slaughtered. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So, be one of them. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.